Since September 11th, we have heard so many uplifting stories about heroes and helpers in this country. There's one here in the Winston Cup garage this weekend. Rob Quillen is a regular guy with a regular job, except on September 10th, he thought he was having a bad day. Bumped off one flight, bussed to another airport, then rerouted through Denver to get to his final destination in New York. It was becoming an all-day ordeal. Then just when he thought he might have a whole row to himself for that 4-hour flight, another passenger walked up and took the aisle seat. That passenger began a conversation and a friendship. That man was United Airlines pilot Jason Dahl.
First thing he asked me, he said, "Do you work for Jeff Gordon?" I was wearing this shirt, and I said, "No." I said, "I'm just a big fan." He goes, "Boy, my son and I are huge fans." He said, "The fact is, I sat my son down not too long ago, and he said, hypothetically speaking, if your life were to end tomorrow, what's one thing that you want to do?" And he said, I want to go to a NASCAR race, and I want to meet Jeff Gordon." And I said, "You know what?" I said, "I'm doing a customer appreciation thing in Kansas City in a couple weeks. I said, I got a couple extra tickets. Do you want to go?" And he pulled out his planner, and he said, "Yeah, we can absolutely go."
Less than 15 hours after their friendship began, Rob learned that Captain Jason Dahl and 43 passengers and crew on board United Flight 93 had crashed into a field in Pennsylvania. With the country in sudden shock and confusion, Quillen found the poise to follow through on his promise, overnighting an emotional letter to Captain Dahl's wife, Sandy.
"I must start this letter by saying how sorry I am about your loss. Like all of America, my heart goes out to you. Mrs. Dahl, I have no idea why I was placed next to Jason that night. The only clear thing that I understand right now is that God wants me to work all of this out so that you and your son can still come to the race. Your son gets an opportunity to meet Jeff Gordon and watch him race. Know in your heart that Jason is in a better place and that he's looking down on us and watching us now. He would want us to be strong and to continue on."
A lot of people never would have followed up on that. Why did you?
I've been posed that question a lot in the last week or so. I turn it around and say, why wouldn't you? And I guess the way I look at it is, if I had a dream for my 15-year-old son and I got tragically killed, I guess I just assumed that somebody would carry out that dream for my son.
Some reason this was your mission now.
Yeah, this was going to get done. I wasn't going to quit until Jeff Gordon called me and said no. And I knew if I got the story to Jeff Gordon, he wouldn't say no.
The same day Quillen sent the letter to Mrs. Dahl, he also sent an email to Gordon's public relations firm. The next day, he got a response. 15-year-old Max would be Jeff Gordon's special guest at this race this weekend.
There are so many new heroes in this country right now, and I'm sure you understand that many people are going to put you in that category.
I've heard that, and I don't understand that. Everything happens for a reason, good and bad. And when bad things happen, we're being tested. There's a long line of heroes. I mean, you got to start with the people that were on Jason's flight. I mean, you don't know, nobody knows the destruction they saved. You got the heroes inside the trade centers in the Pentagon. I mean, those people, strangers helping other people, the firefighters. Hero, no. Maybe a messenger, maybe trying to help some people accomplish a dream. Yeah, I'll take that, but hero is the wrong title.
The tragic events in New York City, Pennsylvania, and Washington, D.C. have touched everyone, but Jeff Gordon, have the events of September 11 touched you in a special way?
Well, yeah, they have. I mean, in many different ways, but in one way more than I ever imagined. You don't realize that your little sport is reaching out there, to so many people until a situation like this where we have Matt Dahl here this weekend, who's the son of the pilot of Flight 93, United. And, his wish was to get to come to a NASCAR race and meet the drivers and get a chance to meet me. And that just really touched me and a lot of other people. We're just thrilled to have him here with us this weekend to make him and his dad make their wishes come true. So, it's very special, and our hearts and prayers still going out to everybody that has been affected by this. And it's neat to be able to see a guy like Matt come to the racetrack and think about racing and get his mind off of what I'm sure has been a very, very tough couple weeks.
Jeff Gordon showing once again why he's a true champion, making another dream come true. Bill?
Absolutely, Matt. Now, NBC Sports is happy to honor a request to avoid intrusive camera coverage of this emotional meeting here this weekend. And that's fine with us. We just wanted to share the story. We had no plans to be a part of it. In the last 19 days, we've learned that we no longer measure our heroes just by their acts. We must measure them by the size of their hearts. On September 11th, Rob Quillen didn't save a life. He just made the decision to try and make another life a little bit better. We'll be right back.